Oh, fantastic. Hello, 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 hello. I was sure it was going to have me do like a second verification with my phone and all that. So I was like sitting here prepared to like have to open my YouTube app and select the correct digit number that's on the screen and all that. Cause that's happened so many times that it puts me in panic mode. So to avoid panic mode, I panicked and prepared. Didn't need it. Hi. I know it's if the people that are actually watching this live, I'm sure it's playing an ad or it's taking a while to like warm up for everybody. But those of you that might be watching this after the fact, especially those of you that just like put it on for company, you're my kind of people because I think I've established that that is something I do with a couple of specifically Disney vloggers where I just put it on. Sometimes I'll watch, but also just I love the company. I think sometimes I am that company for you or have been in the past. Certainly, I don't do this as frequently as I used to, so perhaps you've given up on me. But here I am to try my best. But for those of you that are watching in the future, or watching right now, I always like to start with the bad boy news. I'm sure if you've watched the most recent episode, Bad Boy Pajama Party, that you are anxiously awaiting, anxiously on the edge of your seat, the next episode, because Pajama Party ended with a cliffhanger. So that next episode is due to be released in just over a month, end of February. It is the season finale, the season 2 finale, and it's exciting. It is in progress in many ways because we shot part of it 6 months ago, and then I'm finishing the script right now. So it will. We're gonna have a shoot date in about a week, and then another shoot date a couple weeks after that, and then it'll be out to you guys. So very exciting. So please be patient. But you know, a month flies by. We're already on January 17th. Like what? The year's almost over. So I promise it'll fly. And got plenty more to talk about because I'm also concocting a plan for a summertime bad boy special, which I'd love to talk to you about. Anyway, so hi, Renee Lopez. So I should give him a big shout out because he's a patron on the Patreon. And I think I did a video journal where I was saying like, I really want to do a live stream, but I don't know if I have the time. And I stopped doing live streams so much because they were like 5 or 6 hours, especially when I'm with Alex. And then it's like, it was too much. It was so fun, but it was also like a lot of oversharing and just a lot of time. And especially right now, I need to be writing. But he requested it. He's like, I'm off on Saturday to do a live stream on Saturday. I thought maybe if I requested it, you would do it. And I was like, you're right. I'm much better at doing things when someone tells me do this. And I can already go off on a tangent. Wow. It's so funny. Like I don't do these for a while. And I'm like, Artie, you're not going to have anything to talk about. Then I sit down and I have 20 things, none of which are important, but I share them. So I'm in therapy right now, as everyone should be. And I started up again, I don't know, a month and a half ago. And he said, I want to make sure you do 10,000 steps a day, which we've all heard, 10,000 steps. I see people here, by the way. Hi, Brian Tonks. Hi, Could Be Persuaded. Hi, Jack. Hi, Chris. Hi, Andreas. Hi, David T. Those of you that are here, hi. He said, do 10,000 steps a day. And I was like, oh, yeah, I've heard that. He's like, but I want you to do it like in nature. I was like, oh, so like walking. I don't know about that. I actually didn't say I don't know about that. I was like, okay. He's like, well, start with 7,000 steps and then go to 10. Because I said, I'm like, I don't hit 10,000 steps unless I'm at Disneyland or I'm like on vacation and then you're just walking everywhere. Like 10,000 steps is a lot. And he said, well, do half in the morning and half in the evening or something. He was like talking to me like, come on, dude. I'm like, yeah, you're right. He wasn't patronizing, but he was trying to simplify it for me. So I've been trying to be good about getting my steps in. In fact, I already did 7,000 of them this morning and it is helping. But my point is I did it. I'm doing it because he told me to. So when Renee was like, do a live stream, I was like, okay. That's how it works. Hi, Garrett. Hi, Nathan T. Roberts. Hi, Mozammer. Hi. Is that your birth name? Hi, Crazy Swede. Brian. Hello. AD. Is it like Artie? Hello, Artie. Hi. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for tuning in. My mind just literally went blank. This is going to be a briefer experience. And by brief, by my standards, is like an hour, 90 minutes, which is what a live stream typically is or should be, right? Like if you're chatting with some people, I don't know. All I know is like the Trixie and Katya, who apparently I say her name wrong. I saw my friend Marcus, I don't know, 6 months ago, and I was talking about like Trixie and Katya, and I kind of overdid it with them, but he's like, whoa, hell of a glottal whatever. I'm like, what? He's like, it's Katya. I was like, no, it's Katya. Katya. He's like, no, it's not. Katya. I'm like, Katya. I'm like, is that really how she says it? And I had to like look it up. I'm like, how do you pronounce Katya? I still think it's Katya. And then I think a fun name. I will censor myself. I'll say Forkin. What if your name was Katya Forkin? As a drag queen, Katya Forkin. I think that'd be funny. Anyway, hi. What was I talking about? So, be brief. Going to be brief because I have to be writing. I haven't the script. So we're shooting a bunch of scenes on Sunday, January 25th. It's very exciting. There will be 14 or 15, I think 14 actors there that day. 14. It's a lot. And Drew is flying out that day. We all miss Drew. We all miss Jim. Very exciting. So since we have him for that one day, I've converged to do this thing. But obviously we need a script. And the script is in progress. But I'll tell you what, writing a season finale is a lot, because not only am I trying to like make the story and make it interesting and make it funny, I also don't want it to just be resolution. Guys, you want a challenge, write a season finale, because it's like you just want to have fun with it, but you're like, oh, I need to answer this, I need to answer this, I need to resolve this, and I don't want to leave this hanging, and this person needs a resolution. Like all these arcs need to come together. And as I mentioned, I think in the last live stream, there's like twice as many characters as there was in the past. So it's like so many I want to say tendrils. What's a tendril? I love when my brain gives me a word because it's pretty sure that's what you want to say, but actual Artie has no idea. Anyway, tendrils that need to be tendrilified. Whew. Am I the only one who didn't know we were only on season 2? I didn't know. Just kidding. I knew. It's because season 1 was 5 years long? 4 years long. That's why. And then we took like a year. We took like a year and a half off, but there was the holiday special in that. And then season 2, which was supposed to take me 1 year, has taken me 2 years and 3 months thus far, for circumstances outside my control. But I just can't believe I'm already here already. I just said how long it's taken me. It's taken me twice as long than I thought. But it is kind of satisfying to be like, oh, I'm facing the season finale now. Because I'll tell you what, for the past year and a half, it has felt like a mountain in front of me, because I was like, how am I going to do this? What have I signed myself up for? Because as you know, when I did the fundraiser, I was all gung-ho about it. Then life things happened. It set me back for months. That's why there was this big gap in episodes during the season between, I think, episodes 4 and 5. And then it was like, I have to do this whole story. Like I've set it up. And I did a fundraiser. Like I can't just choose to stop because I'm not feeling it. By not feeling it, I mean feeling doing the work. I love the show. It wasn't the show's fault. So to be like I'm actually finally at episode 12, that's pretty awesome. Sorry, my computer just asked if I wanted Gemini to help me with my tasks. They are shoving AI down our throats. I don't like it. No, I do not want. And it doesn't give you the option to be like, leave me alone. It's either like, I understand, or try it right now. It's not like go away forever. Anyway, tendrils says could be persuaded. I could be persuaded to say it's actually tendrils. But what is that? Is it this? That's what my brain thinks it is. It basically looks like the things that come off of a jellyfish. Like, you ever seen Finding Nemo? The things that zap them? Those. Strands. That's a better word. It's fascinating how you keep track with all the side plots. Well, Andreas, I'll tell you what. Hi, Binkman. Is it really phalange? So like when Phoebe on Friends says Regina Phalange, phalange's not just a made up word. This is too much. This is too much for my brain. Hi, Garrett. Dare I say hi to you? Scrolling up. I don't think I did. No, I did. Maybe I didn't. Hi. Oh, and Brian, you're in Denmark. Hi in Copenhagen, Denmark. What was I going to say? I forget. I had a thought. It's gone. Because the Friends thing distracted me. Side plots. Maybe it was side plots. You wanted to go to a movie today, but snow. Well, thankfully, the entertainment industry has made it so you can watch everything at home. But I understand the feeling of wanting to go do something and then you can't. I'm sorry about that. Side plots. So I've also said this 1,000 times over the years. I have all these notes. Oh, hi. Thanks for the 9.99 pounds. Is that pounds? I think it's pounds. Yell it 1975. What if I was supposed to yell it? Like, don't say yell it, just 1975. It's dumb, but just what if? Hi. Thank you for that. Thank you for that lovely gift. Yes, pounds. Yes. As a future Brit, in my dreams, I should know that. I always get confused, like what the pounds is and the euros. This is me making the euro sign. Anyway, side plots. I've got all of these notes on my computer. And so actually, to get a little into this process as I'm writing this season finale, it was going to overwhelm me to the point of like being frozen. Like I wouldn't have gotten it done because I was like, how am I going to do this? So I gave myself permission, as I have basically through this whole season, is to write what I feel inspired to write in that moment, whatever scene. Like, don't feel like you have to write in order. Don't think you have to check your notes. Like if you see like a scene between Suzanne and Scott, write that. Like, okay. So I've been doing that and I'm got the script. It's almost, a first draft is almost done. It's structured. All the scenes are now put together because I'd had all these scenes on various files, put them together. There's scenes I still need to write. But then after that, I am going to go through my notes again and make sure I've answered everything, that everything hopefully makes sense. Because sometimes I'll write something and be like, oh, they can't do that because they can't do that. You know what I mean? Because either it's like they're not in that place or they, who cares? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it will all make sense. Hopefully it's not too much. I just want it to be good. Because the other thing, this is a season finale where I'm really trying to wrap up the serialized storytelling. So I want to stick the landing, but I don't want the landing to take 20 minutes. What I mean by that is the episode will definitely be more than 20 minutes. I don't want the climax to be 20 minutes. Never said that before. Just kidding. So I did crack myself a beer. I wasn't going to. I don't drink very often anymore. But I was like, it does help me talk. Meanwhile, I've had one sip and won't shut up. So, anywho, if you marry me, be a Brit. Are you proposing? Or is that just taunting me? Renee, have you seen the Rory Gilmore Funko Pop from the episode You Jump, I Jump, Jack? If anyone should have that Funko Pop, it's you, Artie. I have not seen it. I'm not surprised it exists just because I know how much people love that episode or have learned how much people love that episode. If you guys don't know, show called Gilmore Girls, I had 5 lines on this episode of Gilmore Girls 21 years ago. And since then, this episode has become a fan favorite. Oftentimes, if there's like a poll, like what's your favorite Gilmore Girls episode, it's going to be one of the ones listed. I actually don't like it that much. As a huge Gilmore Girls fan, it's not one of my favorites, ironically. I don't know, or just funnily enough. So, but you know what's funny? Also, when you might have seen Vanessa, who from Gilmore Girls, had me do like a Gilmore Girls quiz thing for her social media. This was back in, I don't know, October or something. And at the end, she didn't put this on her socials, but at the end, she gave me like a gift for like playing with her because she has so much Gilmore Girls stuff that she's collected, but also stuff that's just been given to her. She's always getting Gilmore Girls stuff. And it's like this, I don't know, 11 by 14, maybe even bigger. It's probably bigger than that. It's probably more like 25 by 34 or something. I don't know. But it's like, it's the characters jumping off the stunt. And I think it says In Omnia Paratus on it. And I was like, oh, thanks. She's like, yeah, I don't want it. I was like, so I get it. I'm like, okay. And it's been in my car ever since. It's been in my backseat for the past 3 months. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? Because I live in this little apartment. As you know, I've lived here for 10 years and I'm not going to hang it up. So then I'm keeping it in the car because I want to move. have no immediate plan in motion to make it happen, just thoughts. And even if I do move, am I going to want to hang this up? So, yeah. Anyone want it? It would be very expensive to ship to you, but I don't think I want it either. Anyway, see what one comment does to me, Renee? Thanks for that. Hi from Tennessee truck driver. Great to catch you streaming. You know what? It's great to be caught. It's making me feel good. Tell you what, I don't know what happened over the past couple of years, because I used to live stream once a month, basically. And sometimes I would even just do it randomly. Like when I first started doing it, when I had my boyfriend at the time, Daniel, and he was like, you should live stream. And I would just be like waiting for him to get ready. And I would just start live streaming like while I was waiting. And it was so fun. And then at some point I thought like, oh, don't. Even though I like it. It's weird. It's weird how your voices inside will convince you not to do something that you actually like to do. Anyway, wait, the series is ending. That was M-I-N-E. E for J. I wonder if I'm supposed to fill in those blanks and guess the word. The Bad Boy season is ending. And then I've said to do, I have no immediate plans to do a season 3 because I have to do other things. Also, I don't make money on this show, guys. I think you might know that. It's very expensive to make. And also, the majority of the lead characters aren't available for it anymore. So those things combined just make it very hard to make. So I want to wrap up having to have a story that is unresolved. This is why I'm like, how am I going to climb this mountain and finish season 2? It's like, if I can just wrap up this serialized story where there's like murders and whatever, if I can just like do one whenever I want, because people are in town or I have an idea, that's what I would want it to be, without the people being like, well, where's the next one? Or God, I waited 3 months. I forget what's happening in this show. So many people stopped watching because they're like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, that's fair. That's really, this wasn't my intention. But hopefully, when this last episode of the season comes out, and then there's a season 2 long upload, people can be like, oh, it made sense. So, but you know what I plan to do is, because you might recall before the season finale came out for season 1, we did a marathon live stream. It was actually a 2-part live stream because there were so many episodes. We watched like 1 through 14 and then like 15 through 25 or whatever. I would like to do a season 2 live stream watch party before the finale comes out at the end of next month. I also had this thought just now as I was getting ready. I'm like, why have I never like done a pre-recorded video where an actor watches their favorite episode and like comments on it or tells me their memories of it, or even a couple episodes? Like, that would be fun. I would like to do that. I've also thought it would be fun to like interview people about the whole making of it, because it's been, again, a years-long process. Try to make a documentary, but I don't think I'll do that. And the thing that's still at the top of my list is to do like a weekly recorded like podcast style chat with Alex, because I love chatting with Alex. I think you guys like when I'm chatting with Alex. More people tune in when I'm chatting with Alex. And I want to do it so we can do like an hour a week. And I wanted to make a drink for every single one. Then he shows you how to make the drink at the end of the episode, or the whatever it is. And then occasionally we go live. The reason I haven't done that is because I want it to be set up in my apartment, which I can't do here. So I want to move. I'm putting all these conditions on it. I want to move and have a room that's dedicated space for it, and I want to have like 2 cameras so I can like one for him, one for me, and I can edit it, make it very profesh. I mean, I really do need this because, as you probably know, or may know, or maybe don't know, most auditions these days are self-tapes that you record at home. So I would like to have a dedicated space for that, because now whenever I get an audition, I'm like, oh my God, I have to move everything around and set up. And what I do is right here, I mean, you can't see, but well, I guess you could see. Well, that's my closet. I close this door and I tape a blanket over this, and I move this lamp, and I have this little space to move around in, and I record it right here. And it doesn't look that great, I feel like. Or maybe it looks okay sometimes, but it's just limiting and annoying. First world problems. Anyway, where's my beer? Cheers. Andreas, did you just say good morning? Good morning. Oh, maybe you're saying good morning to Lunch Grilled 7475. Hi from Japan. Lunch Grill, first of all, I don't think I've seen your name before. So hello and welcome. Second of all, oh, hi, Archie. I don't think we often have people from Japan during a live stream. So this is quite an occasion. Hello. Thank you for being here. Are you a fan of Bad Boy? Or you just like happened to see this was happening and decided to say hi? Amazing. NEZ, we need more behind the scenes stuff. I get you. Love behind the scenes commentary. Trenton. Yes. Brutus Iacobus. Brutus Iacobus. I said that wrong. The previously on Bad Boy was a great throwback to 1980s television. Thanks. Yeah, that was. Have we met each other? Sorry, I missed these things. Oh, you're in Brazil. Yeah, I'll go. It's her in the dress, the scarf, and the umbrella. You need. Oh, the Rory Funko Pop. Yes. Sorry, I just realized I hadn't read these comments. Japan, that's amazing. I was about to say something though. Oh, the previously on. Yeah, I did that because, as I just said, people didn't know what was going on. And I was like, why have I not done it previously on? This happened because I did a rewatch of Pushing Daisies in the fall, and every single episode had a recap to the point of like, I know, like you don't have to keep telling me, but I was like, okay, I get that they did this so people just finding the show would know what's going on. I'm like, why haven't I done that? And also, I don't know if I'll actually write this into the script, but I would love to if I do. But the point is, I would like someone to point out to Scott, like his life has really grown and become more full by knowing these people. Because if you look at the very first episode, which is less than 5 minutes, it's him and one other guy and his dog, and he's in an apartment. And now an episode is huge, and there's all these different people, and it's like it's so detailed, and it's become a real story. And I like that the actual production of the show reflects that in the way it's grown. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, when the season is done, then you can do a Zoom call with the actors. That just reminded me that I still owe some Zoom calls to people that donated to the season. Zoom call with the actors. Yeah. There's a way to do live streams with them when they're not here, because I did that with with Drew once. It was the season 2 fundraiser time where somehow he was able to join me on the live stream from Indiana. I don't remember how we did it. Somehow there's that option in YouTube, but we could do that. But guys, it's so hard. It's so hard to get everyone together. Love you and Alex. Still not a fan of his holy tank top in the show, but love the actor and the character he plays. I love that you have like something against his shirt. It's the same shirt he's worn the entire series. Like it's just been falling apart naturally. It's kind of funny. You're in Finland, AZ? Finland, Denmark, and Japan in the house. That's amazing. Oh, wasn't there and there was a UK too. There was a Brit. Jeepers. That's awesome. Brian, before everyone streamed all episodes in one chomp, recaps are very useful. Yeah. First episode was dark, literally. You're talking about Bad Boy when we were in the apartment. Yes, it was dark. The first 4 episodes were really dark. And even older shows used to have a Tonight on as a teaser for that episode. Oh, they did. I forgot about that. The Makakoko. They would, especially Murder, She Wrote. They're like showing you like kind of like what's going to happen. Like, get excited. You're going to want to see this. That was back when you had like 3 options of what to watch on TV. Like they were that petrified that someone would change the channel. And also, I remember before remote controls, you have to get up and turn the dial. It's like you don't need to worry. I'm not going anywhere. And nowadays we have 1,000 options, and they're like, they'll figure it out. Then Scott wakes up, and it was all just a dream. I would never, in 1,000 years, make it all be just a dream. Never. The only person that did that successfully was Newhart, and I think we can all agree about that. Coco, yes, I want to hear the voice of Angela Lansbury saying Tonight on Bad Boy. Well, with AI, I could probably do that. Tonight on Bad Boy, she wrote. Renee, it would be so interesting if we found out Scott never really had a family, like parents are dead, no siblings, because collecting this family as his own means so much more in that with that context. It would also mean he's nuts. That gave me more insight into you, Renee, than anything else. That is not how it's going to end, but I appreciate that. Your creativity. Hi, Artie. Hi, Vinicius. Hi. You've been here before, haven't you? I know. I recognize unless there's someone else with your name. I feel like I recognize your name. Hi, Artie. Been following you ever since the first episode of the show ever. That's crazy. Like when it came out? That's crazy. Nice to see the show having so much episodes. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Felicia. Happy birthday to you. It's my birthday today. Sending the best wishes from Brazil. Sending the best wishes, best wishes back to you. That's my Carol Channing. Sending the best wishes back to you. Why nuts? I'm not suggesting he killed his parents because he's been texting his parents. So like, is it all, are you saying it's like in his head? Like he was talking about family that never actually existed. That's why it would be nuts. Ever since the Nick Jonas impersonator, KEKW. I don't know what KEKW means. Maybe Calista Flockhart is Jessica Fletcher. Wait, do we find out Scott is actually Jessica Fletcher? Isn't this funny? I feel like we've been programmed to be like, in the finale, we have to find out that nothing is real. In the end, they're all dead. In the end, we find out the audience is dead. It's like, what? Howdy, John. Cheers. So, we're already 26 minutes in. We got between 30 to 60 minutes to go because I got work to do. Oh, KKW is cackle. Internet slang. Oh, I'm not young. I don't know internet slang. I just kind of learned what Riz is. Still couldn't tell you, actually. Several endings like Clue. I thought of doing that, Andreas, for this one. I was like, should I do another Clue tribute? I'm not going to do that. But, I mean, I did that in the murder mystery finale. We know it was a Clue tribute, but like when Callista is trying to solve the case at the end, they're all in the group. Like one person says, that's how it could have happened, but how about this? I think Alex says that. James says that. And then Callista says, but here's what really happened. So it was like the cards that show up when you watch the all three endings together. I think you had 2 episodes of Bad Boy when I subscribed. That is amazing and easy. I mean, that was a very cool time. Because as I've said many a time, I did not expect Bad Boy to become a thing. It was just this random short that I made for a friend. And next thing I knew, YouTube decided to promote it, or people decided to watch it and share it. And it was a thing. I was like, okay. And then a month later, I made another one just to check, to be like, was that an accident? And people watched that one even more. And now here we are. So I can see why perhaps you subscribed then, because I think that there was a real big momentum behind everything at that point. But I'm glad you stuck around. It's amazing that you're here right now. It means a lot to me. It's really been this decade of my life. And to segue into what I'm hoping to do in this, after this Bad Boy season wraps up, is, well, what I want to do, first of all, personally, is on my birthday. You know, my favorite thing in life is ABBA. I think you guys know that. My ABBA stuff is like behind this. Oh, ABBA. Here I am, little kid, holding my ABBA record. And yes, 3 ABBA members signed this. For some reason, Frida decided she'd pass, but we got Benny, Bjorn, and Agneta. Big old fan. So on my birthday this year, because I've been to the ABBA Voyage show in London many a times, and I've always been like, God, I want to share this with people. This would be a great way to spend my birthday. And here we are facing a big birthday. And I'm like, I want to share it with friends. Why am I saying this? I lost my train of thought entirely because someone said something that made me think something. Having 2 Bad Boys out when you subscribed. So I'm like, it would be so wonderful to go to London for my birthday, but shoot a Bad Boy special there. And then after we've concluded our filming, I take everyone to the ABBA show on my actual birthday. So that way it's like we go there, we do something really cool, shooting a Bad Boy, and then we spend it at the concert of my favorite group with these people who have really been the biggest part of the past decade for me. Like there's been nothing bigger creatively, personally than Bad Boy. It has been my work, my life, my joy, my stress, my socialization. Like the reason we're chatting right now is because of it. Like it just felt like that would be a great big old cherry on a really beautiful Sunday. So that's my hope. Well, it's not my hope, it's my goal. It's bigger than a hope because I already bought the tickets for the ABBA thing. I was possessed, guys. I was possessed with the spirit of positivity and joy. And you should do this, Artie. The voice in my head. So a few days ago, oh my God, I'm just going to ramble. I've already told this to some people. Well, I think I've told Mark. I don't know if he's here, but I don't know if I told the patrons or not. And I see you seeing comments. I'm going to respond in just a second. So once I had this idea about the London thing and doing the ABBA show and shooting out there, I had the idea, and then the idea did not go away. And when the idea doesn't go away, that's when it's like, Artie, this is something you're supposed to do. At least that's how I view it. So I reached out to various Bad Boy folk, like Jamie and Danielle, who are the most important. Jamie can't do it without the camera. And Danielle, who made Paris happen, Danielle is like, yes. Jamie's always going to be like, maybe. So if Danielle says yes, they're doing it. So they said yes. Alex said yes, 100%. He was also like, book the ABBA booth, dude. Just do it. I'm like, oh. So him and his wife. And then Nevin said yes. Paul said yes. Blaze said he couldn't. And Teresa said she couldn't. I haven't asked anyone beyond that because, first of all, I'm thinking budget-wise. And I was also thinking who would be most likely to be able to go. Like, I know Braden couldn't go. I know Drew couldn't go. Like, people like that. I know Alina couldn't go. So I haven't gone beyond that. But so I got those positive responses. And then just a personal friend of mine who lives in Denver, I was like, would you go? And he's like, let me ask my husband. He's like, yeah, we're pretty positive about it. Like, it would be great. We make it like an anniversary trip. I'm like, oh my God. And then I have two friends that live out there. My friend Charlotte, who's also right here, the one who was with me when we met Benny, Charlotte, she lives in Sweden. She goes to the ABBA show every year for the anniversary show, which is on the 27th, which is 3 days after my birthday. I was like, would you come early and go to my birthday show? She said, yes. I asked my friend Peter, whom I met through that Madonna podcast. He said he would come. He lives out in England or Wales, maybe. So it's like, oh my goodness, I could literally have a group there. Now it's just, so here's the catch. Getting everyone there. Because I bought the ABBA booth. So, that's what I was going to talk about. So then I was like, okay, I don't know if should I do this? What if I'm going to have to do a fundraiser, but like, what if people don't donate anymore? What if they don't care about Bad Boy anymore? What if when the season is done, they're like over it? Like maybe. Don't know until you find out. But for the ABBA thing, which is the thing that's obviously the most exciting to me, my birthday, I kept looking at these dance booths where we'd have our little area, and there's 8 of them in the arena. One was sold out, and then like 3 of them already had tickets sold. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be in someone else's booth, and that one's out. I was eyeing this one booth, but I was like, oh, don't do it, Artie. I don't know. And then someone bought tickets in that booth. I was like, oh, shoot. So now out of the 8 booths, there were only 3 left that were empty or available. And I was like, what happens one day, Artie, when you open up and check the tickets and the booth isn't available, and then you can't do it? And then I was like, you only live once. I keep talking about this with my friend Julie, because she had a big health ordeal over the past year. And at the end of it, she's like, I don't want to waste my life. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing to make myself happy? Yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, yes. So it's like, I was doing my substitute teaching on Wednesday, which was kind of nice. It was good to be around the students and all that. It felt good. I drove home. I was thinking about the ABBA thing. I was looking at the tickets, and I was like, some little voice was like, do it, Artie. And I was like, yeah, do it. And I did. So I bought this booth. How I bought the booth, in case you guys are wondering, full disclosure, because I've said this 1,000 times. I don't want you to think I'm talking about it too much. My father passed away almost 2 years ago. And through what he left me, I was able to buy the booth. Granted, I don't want to be spending what he left me, because what it's mostly for is retirement and to hopefully buy a home one day. But I thought, this is this is what convinced me, because I hear him sometimes, and I don't know if I'm crazy or if I really am hearing him, but I can feel him sometimes, and it felt like he was saying like, I can't be there to give you a birthday gift. This is my birthday gift for you. And with that, it felt like peaceful. When it feels peaceful, and you know it's right, and it felt right. So I did it. And then as soon as I purchased it, I immediately texted everyone. I was like, guys, I did this. So now I have to make the rest happen for everybody. And they were super excited. And then I went for a really long walk. Like I came home, I was still in my work clothes and didn't even go home first into my apartment. I just started walking the neighborhood, blasting ABBA in my little headphones. I was like, gimme, 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 voulez-vous all over the neighborhood. I'd probably look nuts in like a sweater, prim and proper, like grooving, walking, getting sweaty, walking around the neighborhood. But I was so full of like endorphins and joy and excitement about it. So now comes, so what I was going to say is now is the part is like, okay, now I have to find a way to make sure I can get everyone there. And that will be a fundraiser for a Bad Boy special. But my extra thing though, to help hopefully sell this to people, is that it's not just us going to London. People have been asking for a musical episode for 5 years. And I was like, what if I made this the musical? It wouldn't be like a whole movie, but it would, say it's like a 30-minute episode and there's like 3 or 4 songs in it. Wouldn't that be good? Because also that'd be good to check off the list. Because again, people always ask for the musical, and it would be good to satisfy that. I think the only thing left for me to do after that would be the Halloween special in terms of satisfying fan requests. But yeah, that's my idea. Plot ideas are still forming, but I don't know. I also have to find out if Alex sings. He raps, so I mean, he might have to do a rap number, which that'd be pretty funny. I don't know. What do you think about all that? Either way, also at the end of the day, if the fundraiser doesn't work out, I'll just have to like find a way. I also feel like I need to put this out there, is that because I fundraised for season 2, I try to be clear, like transparent about the financial stuff. When I fundraised for season 2, I fundraised for 8 to 10 episodes, and I've stretched it, and I was able to do 11, and it's gone now. This finale is coming from me. I have had a donation from someone who wants to remain anonymous, but might be in the chat, but does not like me to say their name. So I'm not going to I always blow the anonymity of people that want to be anonymous, but there has been a pitch in, and my mom has said that she wants to buy the lunch for everybody, which is certainly a help. But I do pay everybody, and I'm grateful to do it. I'm happy to do it. And I also have it in my head, kind of like, when the show started, it was all out of pocket, or people were doing things for free. Like the actors were not getting paid for a very long time. So it kind of feels right to do this season finale on my own dime for the most part. Anyway, but then beyond that, it's like, I can't do that forever. I want, if I ever actually did the spreadsheets, because this whole business enterprise, I'm not a businessman. And like this same fellow asked me about I don't know if it was like taxes or write-offs. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, I don't actually have bookkeeping for the show. It's kind of just like, I kind of just do it. But sometimes I wonder, which is, I know, terrible, but whatever. It's if there was like an actual spreadsheet of like, here's how much everything cost, here's how much came in, what the end result would be. I definitely don't think I would be in the black. Black is when you profit. Who cares? This is too much about money. Nobody cares. Point is, hi. Point is, I need another. Perhaps I should switch to the vitamin water, because I feel like I'm talking too much again. Bad Royal Boy. I just saw that, Andreas. It's always helpful to have a title. I'm still trying to come up with a title for this last one. Sorry. I also want to talk about the Bad Boy Pajama Party. We're not going to watch it today, but I was finally, my fridge turned off. I just was so happy with how that episode turned out. I think it's one of my all-time favorites. All right, let me quickly read what you said. I'll go from the bottom up. Started from the bottom, now we up. Is this the season or the series finale? Hi, Jason the attorney. I'll pony it. What? I was reading that and you just ponied up. What the hell? Thank you very much, Jason. Yeah, I haven't started the. Jesus Christ. Well, that covers somebody's plane ticket. Um, it's I don't know what to say. It's been a it's hi. I just looked at myself and don't do that. Hi. It's guys, I don't know how to speak right now. I'm intending to make a musical special post season two. Um, Beyond, but what comes after season two, I don't see as an actual like full on season, because season two we raised a lot of money to make it happen. So I don't think I could do that again. I don't think I should do that again. I also think I need to be doing like shorts and submitting to festivals and writing and go. I also miss acting. Like I need to be in workshops and classes and all that. So who cares? Point is, oh my god, I'm doing like a Trump move. Gross. Point is, I right now we're about to shoot the season finale or the rest of the season finale, and then I will do a fundraiser. That was very kind. Jesus Christ, I don't. That was crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can like heart it. Can I see people liking it? Bone jar bad boy. Oh, bonjour. Bone jar. um anyway, guys, you see, anytime these generous things happen, thank God they never become old hat, because I never want to be the person that just thinks someone's kindness is like, oh, thanks. Like it deeply affects me. But I've also learned that my difficulty regulating emotions. Mark, guys, no, stop. That's so nice. I don't know what's. It's like a duel. Don't. It's so nice. No. Well, I guess you guys are into the idea. Oh my god, I just sounded like my dad. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm also a little tired, so that's going to make my emotions even more available, tender. Love the show and the actors. Oh, it's on. I love the show and the actors too. Thank you. In fact, that's what I wanted to say was the Bad Boy Pajama Party. Sorry, I'm going to try to pull it together. I'm so grateful, Jason and Mark. Thank you. That's a very good sign of encouragement and like of actually making this London musical special possible. It's also crazy to be talking about it right now when it's like I'm in this moment focusing on the season 2 finale. So it's kind of like two giant pots on the stove, but you're showing me that it's able to, you can, I wanted to come up with some sort of like two birds with one stone. You can heat two pots with one stove, as they say in Ratatouille. Watching the donations pour in, I'm thinking, must be funny in a rich man's world. Oh, hi, Nancy. Me and my dog are here. Hi, guys. How you and your dog? So I was going to say, like the season 2 production process, not to keep going on about this for too long, but the season 2 production process has been they give you, gimme. I got it. The season production process has been rocky. As you know, it's been very hard to like have the actors. It's just been like not as, it hasn't always been joyful. A shoot day is always fun. A shoot day is always a good time, even when it's exhausting. It's my favorite days, but it hasn't always been joyful. Shooting the Bad Boy Pajama Party was one of the best times I've ever had. It was that combination of people. It was the way that script was formatted. It was the plot of it. It was the story. It was like what I want Bad Boy to be in 2026, where it was like, it was funny. It was lighthearted. It had a point. It had a theme. It had cute guys. It had Alina being crazy. It had ABBA references. It was just like, it was such joy that I was on such a high afterwards. Actually, after we finished filming it, I was like, what if I do 14 episodes? What if I do 16 episodes this season? Thankfully, that went away because that would be impossible. But it made me very excited. And to be honest, that's probably what made me be like, I don't want the season 2 finale to be the series finale. I want to be able to like get together with these people and have fun. And that's when I think the London idea came in. The tendrils, they tendrilified as I thought about it. Anyway, Jesus Christ, y'all are crazy. Spend limit is 500 per day. Sorry, per YouTube. It's totally okay. Also, when I do an actual fundraiser, full disclosure, super grateful, super happy. YouTube donations, Google does take a percentage of them. So that's why when it's like Indiegogo, which is what I did for the big fundraiser, they still got a percentage, not nearly what Google takes. It's more like PayPal and Venmo, or more like and Indiegogo, or maybe Kickstarter. I don't know, but those vessels for funding content creators are more ideal over YouTube. However, the YouTube Google donations are still immensely appreciated, super helpful, and I do get the bulk of it, just not as much as I would through a different avenue, which is true for all us YouTubers and content creators. Anyway, so it's totally, and also I love that you're like, sorry, I won't let me give you more. I'm like, it's okay. Jesus Christ. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe that like you're giving me hope that I can actually pull it off, because so that's sorry, I got really excited. That was the other thing, was when I was thinking about like who I would have with me at the ABBA show for my birthday. I'm like, the people that would be there, it couldn't be everyone I would want to have there, but it would be like some really key people that like represent the joy and the new adventures that this decade has had. So I'm like, my God, it'll be so symbolic. It'll be so beautiful. And I lost my train of thought again. Yep. Born in 76. This is what happens. What was I going to say? There was something about I got so excited that I had to tell you this, and now I forgot what I wanted to say. It was about the combination of people. Wait, what did you say that made me say this? I don't remember. Gosh darn it. You'd think I was pregnant. Something about the people. I don't know. Just that maybe I was saying the right thing. Maybe I just thought I wasn't saying the right thing. Just that the people there would be like, okay, this represents this decade. And so like it just felt right. And I got really excited about that. I don't think that's what I wanted to say. God damn it. Also, when I get emotional, my brain doesn't work so well. You were talking about heated rivalry. No, I wasn't. I haven't watched it yet. Hi, Kevin Long, 62368. Don't you just hate brain farts? Yeah. Well, they make me laugh, actually. Because I'm like, why did you do that, brain? Like, what? Why? Where did it go? Like the thought, and the funny thing is we know the thought's still in there somewhere, just like the road it needs to take to get to here, like the bridge collapsed. So supporters should send checks to your PO box if people still have checks. That's funny, John. No. I mean, sure, but no. I do still have a PO box. Guys, I think I'm going to close it again. Quickly on this PO box thing. Years ago, people were like, do a PO box so we can send stuff to the cast. I was like, okay, cool. I'll sign up. I get a PO box. PO boxes are also not necessarily cheap. They're a few $100. So I like got a PO box, and I think 5 people sent things. Still worth it. Super great. But it wasn't like an influx of people using this PO box. So I shut the PO box down. Okay, a year later, people are like, do you have a PO box? Get a PO box. I'm like, okay, I'll get a PO box. So got a PO box. There are a couple of you that are super sweet. They send like Christmas cards or birthday cards or just little notes, and it's great. But it's, again, I would rather just like say like send them to this address, and then instead of me buying a whole PO box, I'm being a dick. It sounds like I'm being a dick. I guess I'm being a dick. But what I wanted to say is the most of the mail that goes in this PO box is the previous owners of this box, whose name is CJ Simpson. And I'll get alert, you get like post office alerts. I'll get PO box alert. You have mail. I'll look, and like you see a scan of the mail. It's for CJ Simpson, like daily. And they've even told him like this person doesn't have the box. Can you please stop? And they're like, okay. So what they did, this is when I was at the post office. They took like a piece of paper. They wrote no mail for CJ Simpson and like taped it to the bottom of the box. It didn't stop. It didn't work. Shockingly. So anyway, I'll probably stop the PO box is what I'm saying. Save that money. Put it towards London. I have not watched Heated Rivalry. I haven't had time, Kevin. Actually, I have had time. I took 2 weeks off for the holidays, as we all should. It was after I finished Bad Boy Pajama Party. As soon as that was done and released, I was like, I'm on vacation. I ate what I wanted. I watched Traders Celebrity UK. I watched the new season of Survivor. I watched Only Murders in the Buildings new season. I watched some movies, and it was great. But I did not watch Heated Rivalry. But apparently I should. I guess I'll like it. It's boys doing boy things together. I hear that women really like it, but you should read the books first. No. No, Renee, that's the worst advice ever. Anyone that's like, you should watch this season of the show. There's 10 episodes. It'll take you 10 hours to watch it. But before you spend your 10 hours watching the show, you should spend a couple weeks reading these books. And I'm like, no. I don't even have time to finish like a full episode of like Drag Race. I'll like watch half of it and then be like, well, it's time for bed. And then I'll have to finish it another day. That's how life is right now. But also I got to say, I hit 2026 running. I've got all these like things I want to accomplish this year in terms of like increasing my social circle. As I mentioned, getting back into like acting classes and stuff, finishing this season 2, writing some other shorts. I want to get fit for my birthday. I want to move. I want to date. I haven't been on a date in years. Like there's a lot I want to accomplish. So as soon as the vacation was over, I was like, all right, let's go. And I started writing and started trying to exercising more. But just like getting the thing. Oh, I joined a choir, you guys. But you didn't know I could sing. Just kidding. It's the Gay Men's Choir of Los Angeles. I joined it because gay people, yay, singing. I did that in high school and college. And I kept seeing it pop up in my social media. So I was like, I guess I'll do this. Seems like it would be cool. And I auditioned for it. Well, I auditioned for it by sending in a video. That was fine. Then I did a rehearsal visitation. Gave me super anxiety. Like had very bad. And I was like, this might be wrong for me. Talked about it with my therapist. He said, go to your callback anyway. Went to the callback. The callback went better. I amazingly got in. I didn't necessarily think I was going to. Then I went to their first rehearsal last Monday and got anxious again. So I'm not sure what the future will hold for me because I really do want to do it, but I don't want to feel like this when I'm there. So we'll see. But I joined it primarily because I want to increase my social circle and have like gay friends. So hopefully that will come out of that. I think I just need to learn the songs and then I'll feel better when I'm there. Anyway, but this is me saying like I'm trying to do stuff. I'm trying to be a good boy. Cheers. Love that choir. I mean, everyone is so nice, Jason. Everyone in the choir has been incredibly nice, but they also seem to be very much extroverts. I'm sure they're not all, but the people that are extroverted and they will come up to you and start talking to you. And while, yes, I have extroverted qualities, I am definitely one of those classified extroverted introverts where I would rather just be with one person. I'm going to hang out against the wall until I know what the scene is before entering the scene. That's why I hate improv. I like a script. So that was part of what made these rehearsal experiences anxiety ridden. That, and also like it seemed like the organization of it, I couldn't process it. I never knew what was expected of me, and that I can't operate that way either. So anyway, anywho, Omnivert. Is that really what it's called? I'm on the line. I gotta scroll up because I think I missed a lot of comments. I've been having some things to tell you. Tell you what. But in case people said anything that we're waiting for an answer or something. Let's talk about Mamma Mia 2 debate once and for all. You're turning 30, yes. Scott, this is Garrett. Scott got his entourage from the first connection with a person that no one likes or mourned when he died. But yet without him, Scott would never have met all the other characters. It's true. It's true, Garrett. And sometimes that's that, what's that old, is it a Chinese proverb or there's that thing where it's like, I don't remember this, how this story actually goes, but it's like, I'll just make it up. Essentially, it's, I can't even make it up. It's like, oh, yay, I got new glasses so I can see better. And then the other person says, we'll see. And then the person like, where's the glasses? But like pokes himself in the eye. They're like, oh, shoot, these glasses poked me in the eye. Everything's so terrible. And the person says, we'll see. But then you go to the eye doctor and the doctor, you fall in love with the doctor and get married. Oh, yeah, I'm so happy. We'll see. The doctor dies on your honeymoon. Oh, my life is over. We'll see. So it's basically like good or bad. You never really know. So, but bad things can lead to good things and good things lead to bad things. In this case, with Scott meeting a bad boy, and then it did lead to, well, good and bad things for Scott, I would say, but mostly good. Anyway, that was something from a long time ago. Then I'm just scrolling really fast. Quick, cast me so I can go. Andrea says, I've got the feeling it's Ted, like Buffy or Scrubs. I'm not sure what that meant. Wait, do you need to complete the series? Oh, Jason, you asked me that and then you donated. I see. Thank you. Thank you. An episode of Bad Boy that opens with yes, the lion the bad boy king. I don't know. All right. Scrolling down. Watching the donations for it. I'm thinking, oh, you said that already. Or I read that already. Got to go. Oh, bye, Brian. You said that you left a while ago. And Kohler, you said good to spend time with you on a Saturday. Thank you. All right. I'm just looking really fast. Oh, you said, dude, what's the Venmo? I think it's in the description of the video because I copy and paste like all the links from every video. It's like, if you want to watch the whole show, if you want to go to, I think, my website, if there's, anyway, who cares, IMDb, etc. But there should be like, I can't see it on here. It doesn't show me, what I see isn't what you see. I think it's in the description of this video. I guess I could put it over there, but also, let me see. I should. God, I wanted to do today's live stream with Alex. And if Alex was here, he would be like, smash that effing like button. He would be fundraising for a full-length Bad Boy musical. But yeah, he's just better at that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What am I doing? Let's go to my YouTube page. Sorry, one moment, folks. I have to do office work. Is anyone else addicted to their phones and their computer? It's like, it's so bad for me right now that I'm aware that I'm addicted to it and I love it. Like I get so excited to look at my phone in the morning, or I'll just scroll and I know I'm mindlessly scrolling and it's making me feel good, which I guess is the point. And then that little voice inside is like, Artie, you're wasting your life. Put it away. I'm like, okay, yes, put it away. And then like 5 minutes later, I open it again. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But I totally love it. Just saying. All right. I think this is Venmo. Putting as requested. Just so I don't feel like a weirdo. Smiley face. I'm addicted to Gemini. Oh, hey, Ryan. Are you talking about the Bjorn and Benny band from the 80s? I wonder if that's what you're talking about. Oh, musical episode like Buffy, Scrubs. Got you. Help me help you. Ciao. That's funny. There was a show called Help Me Help You that one of my first acting gigs was a few lines on that show. It was a Ted Danson sitcom. Anyone remember it? Probably not. We just love spending time with you so you can chat about anything and everything. I'm losing my voice. It's probably the alcohol. Congrats on doing new things, Kevin said. Thank you. And I'm reading these totally out of order. Renee, first of all, that's amazing that you got into the Gay Men's Choir, but no wonder you have no time. Yeah, part of me was like, what are you doing, Artie? Like, what is your time management here? Because if you're trying to do your work and you also want to join an acting class and you also want to do casting workshops, and you're gonna have a choir on Monday nights and you have therapy on Tuesday nights, and you still want to see like your regular friends and family, like, what are you doing? And my response was, I don't know, but I'm doing it. So I just did it anyway. Because otherwise it feels like I'm just using excuses to talk myself out of doing things. If it actually gets to be too much, then I'll let something go. Oh, Vinicius went to the gym. That was a while ago as well. So I hope that's going well for him. And Kevin asked how everyone's from the cast New Year. Oh, I don't know. Well, the only person I really messaged briefly was Alex, and he was swamped, which is why he couldn't do the live stream today. So I think he's super busy, a little overwhelmed. I know some news about Jamie, but it's his news. But he's doing well. Danielle's doing well. I spent Christmas Eve with Jamie and Danielle. They invited me to their get together. That was nice. And I don't know, people are good. I actually have no idea. But I will tell you one good thing, though. Here's what I'll say. We're talking about like things working out or things you think are going to go be bad and they end up being good or whatever. When I was trying to coordinate this season 2 finale, I was trying to find out who I could have on the same day that Drew was here so I could write the episode. And most people said yes. The one person that was like, I don't know, was Alina. And obviously Callista Flockhart is still a major character, especially since she was in the cliffhanger aspect of it. So she thought she was going to be going to Germany again. And I was like, and she's like, even if I'm not in Germany, she's like, I'm super swamped. I was like, okay. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'll roll with it. I'm going to have to write. So we've got these scenes that take place in Paris. Then I'm going to have scenes with Drew. And then I'll have to do another scene a day with Alina somehow and bring back characters on that day and hire Jamie again. And then I'm still need another day for the Vanessa scene. And that's when I was like, and this is when the money part stuck. So this is where I'm like, if this is the one I'm paying for, it's going to be insane. But then I just told myself, it'll be fine. It'll work out. Just do it anyway. And then once I was doing it, Alina is like, I'm not going to Germany. I can do it. She's like, I won't. She's like, give me less lines because I am swamped, but I'll do it. I can do it. I'm like, wait, you can be there that day? She's like, yes. Like the whole day? She's like, yes. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And that's when I was like, thank God I actually hadn't written these scenes yet. And this has happened at least 10 times, probably more in the course of writing this show, where I have the idea, I know I should start writing, but I haven't started it yet. And then something in production land will shift, which will completely change the story. And then it's a good thing I haven't written it because then the story can be something different. I think I've only had to actually rewrite because something changed a couple of times. So that's boring. Who cares? So what? Who cares? Or did you see what's his face is issuing a 10% tariff for 8 European countries if they don't sell Greenland by June 1st? Increasing this. I just cannot wait for him to be long, long, long gone. Don't even want to talk about him. Kevin Long, is anyone else addicted to their phones, computers? Does the Gay Men's Choir give you a thrill? Equals, does the Gay Men's Choir give you a thrill? Wait, I'm confused. Kevin. Ernie Lopez, Gemini, the AI. Oh, Gemini, the AI thing. I love, Ryan, that when you said Gemini, I immediately thought it was the band that Bjorn and Benny wrote songs for immediately after ABBA, not the 2026 technology that I already actually referenced in this live stream. Dum. You don't feel like a weirdo, but can't say you aren't. Agreed. We should talk to our senators about adding more time to the day, Renee. But joining the choir is a great way to make more gay friends. Let's hope. Read blank. The bad boy pool is not big enough for his ego, otherwise suitable. Agreed. Kevin, actually, that wasn't a boring story about production. Oh, good. Any behind the scenes combo and video is way too fun. Well, thanks. That's good to know. I start talking about it, and then I'm like, Artie, you're just saying things because you're talking. That wasn't a sentence. Sometimes I feel like I'm just saying things and forgetting to think, will the listener be interested in this? Which is something we should all ask ourselves from time to time. You know what I mean? Like, By talking, we are taking someone else's time and attention. So we should really make it worth it, typically. Or just don't talk. Am I wrong? I don't know. I say this as I've been rambling at you for an hour, but talking isn't bad, boy. Yeah, the behind the scenes stuff I discovered because I don't if you guys tuned in while we shot Bad Boy Pajama Party, we did we live streamed from the set, and people seemed to like it, which was great. And it was kind of fun because there've been a lot of parallels between season 1 and season 2, and the last time we had done a live stream from the set was when we shot the penultimate episode of season 1, Bad Boy Sleepover, which one of its original titles was Bad Boy Pajama Party. So it was kind of fun to then live stream from the penultimate episode of season 2, which was actually called Bad Boy Pajama Party. Anyway, well, I'll try to do some live streaming from the set on Sunday, the 25th, when we're shooting for the season 2 finale. But the thing is, obviously, I don't want spoilers to be getting out. So I don't know how much we can, maybe early in the day before we're shooting like stuff towards the climax. But yeah, there's revelations to be had that I do not want to accidentally slip up. In fact, on the set on the day we live streamed Bad Boy Pajama Party, it's funny because we weren't live streaming anymore, but like the camera was rolling or something. But the sun shield that was over the window like fell off, so I'd stepped out of the room to like tape it up while the camera was still rolling. And when I watched it back, they had been talking about like, so who's the killer anyway? Does anyone know who the killer is? And Jamie's like, I know. And I was like, they're like, you do? They're like, tell us. He's like, well, I don't know if Artie wants me to tell you. They're like, tell us. And so then I walk back in the room, and you remember walking back in, the air was kind of different. And Anastasia, who plays Suzanne, she's just kind of just turns to me and is like, who's the killer? Like that. And I looked around, I'm like, what the hell? Because it turned out they had been talking about it. Because nobody knew. Because I don't like to tell them, because I don't want anyone's performance to be affected by it. And also, they usually don't ask, but we did talk about it. And I was like, is the live stream over? Because I don't want to tell you guys things and then have me be accidentally telling the world, and not the world, but the viewers. And so anyway, I'm not going to tell you now, but that happened on set. It made me kind of chuckle. But there's even more. Anyway, that's all. Do you wear those pajamas around the house? I don't, Renee. They're right here in my closet, actually. I can grab them. Ugh. Where are they? I don't know why I'm keeping them. Because I will probably never wear them again. I made these myself, guys. Okay, are you shocked? What I mean is, like, I ironed on all these names, and it took for freaking ever because I had to iron on every single one, and I would think I was doing a lot, and then I would try them on and be like, it's barely covering anything, so I'd have to do more. But the problem is, these pajamas I ordered, they're not cotton, and the iron-ons are intended to work with cotton. So because it's not the right material, the names kept like peeling off. So in fact, there's the very last line of the episode before the tag is when Suzanne goes, your pajamas are peeling. She had said that to me earlier in the day, and I was like, oh my God, you have to say that in the episode, because they were just peeling. But no, I don't think I'll ever wear them again. Who knows? If we have to do a London fundraiser, they can get auctioned off, because we auctioned off wardrobe items last time. Sometimes people wanted things. Anyone want to buy some pajamas? One of a kind. But they're festive. If they were like real and like made nicely, then I would definitely like keep them or wear them, I should say. I'm kind of shocked they don't sell them at the ABBA store, like pajamas. It's like a no-brainer. Just rolling away. You're gifted, thanks. I love the dedication of the costume. Well, I had it in my head. I'm like, it has to have their names everywhere. Like, it needs to be so like people are like, what is on your pajamas? Anyway, I bought myself the blue banana socks that I'm wearing now. Hopefully the rest of the chat gets that reference. I don't. The blue banana socks. I don't get it. You definitely need a Bad Boy auction for props. It's funny because there's a huge box of props. Excuse me, Danielle now has like cleared space in one of their closets for me to leave stuff, because before I was taking it back and forth and it was just too much. And so when we were shooting last month, I was looking for something that we needed again. Something that I know what it was. When we shot the Bad Boy Holiday special, I had ordered props, which were like these little cups, like drinking like cups that light up, and it says either said naughty or nice, red or green. And then we forgot to use them. And I don't remember who bought them, but I told the people, I was like, I'm sorry we forgot. I promise I will use them in the future. So when we were shooting this Bad Boy pajama party, I was like, the cups from 3 years ago, we have to finally use them. So I knew they were in this big old box. So I was going through this box of props, and it's fun to go through the box. Maybe I can do that during the live stream during our final shoot, because when you go through the box, you're like, oh my God, here's this from this episode and this from this episode. It's like the whole series is like tossed together in a box. Yeah. But I totally auction off stuff, because I am the kind of person that wants things from sets of my favorite shows. I mean, I actually don't have anything from a favorite show I've watched. I couldn't afford it. But like I remember when Janet Jackson auctioned off all her memorabilia. This was during COVID. Like there was, I think it was through Sotheby's or something like that, or whoever the big auctioneers are. But they displayed it all at their auction house in Beverly Hills. So I went and just walked around. I was like, oh my God, someone can buy like her outfit from Love Will Never Do. I think Kim Kardashian bought her outfit from If, like the black with like the white bone kind of looking thing. But then they had like cheap things. Like if you can't afford that, like you can buy her bracelet for $200. I was like, should I buy her $200 bracelet that I have no idea what it is? It's just that she once owned it. I didn't, but it got exciting to think. It'd be exciting to be like, this belonged to Janet Jackson. Anyway. Hello, tell it to Joe from Long Island. How you doing? How's the weather over there? A banana and blueberries. I guess I still don't get blue bananas. Oh, Heated Rivalry. Copy. Haven't seen it. Was there an option for an ABBA union suit? Oh, if I'd been in better shape, I probably would have been willing to do that, to be honest. Because that would be hot. Or I would put Drew in that. That'd be awesome. Oh well, it's too late for this episode. An ABBA union suit. That's funny. I always wanted to do Bad Wrestler Boy and force them to wear singlets. Not force them, I would ask, but I'd be like, I never did that. You see too much with singlets, I think. I haven't seen the past episode with Kip because I need a breakdown. Oh, you guys are talking about Heated Rivalry. Danielle and Jamie's kids discover prop box for wild make-believe. What those kids experience living in that house, I swear to God, because it's not just my stuff they shoot. Like Danielle teaches acting classes. They shoot their own things. It's like, it's amazing that they're lucky their neighbors are like cool. Because like when we shoot stuff with like, there's like shirtless boys and Drew acting crazy, or who knows, like the day when we shot like the Bad Boy Exposed and Alina's there like in a mustache and a cop outfit, but they just laugh. They think it's great. I have some autographs, but I don't think I have any show stuff either. Yeah, I've got autographs. Autographs right here. I put out my Taylor Swift autograph, my little Life of a Showgirl, which, you know, I think it's so easy to get a Taylor Swift autograph these days, but I was happy to finally have one. It is fun to like look at it and be like, this person that I admire from afar and whose creativity I enjoy and consume and makes my life better. They looked at this and they wrote it and they wrote their name. They like this they did this. She was actually in front of this and signed this, and now it's in front of me and I have it. Swifty. All right, how much time we have? About 17 minutes left. Good to see everybody. Yes, it is good to see everybody. Is it Ian? Or is it Ian? It could either be Ian Danjar, or it could be I and Anjar. Wondering what it is. I have a lot of Star Trek autographs. I like them because looking at them reminds me of meeting them. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. I mean, I've got, like I said, the ABBA autographs. I've got Dolly Parton's autograph. I went to her book signing way back in the 90s when her autobiography came out and waited in line at was it a Borders? I think it was a Borders in Westwood, and she signed it. That's pretty cool. And this is cool because I like have the memory of seeing her like take the book and write it. Love Dolly. We all love Dolly. ABBA singlets would either have sequins or be block label art. Sequins for sure. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Can you imagine? Or if it was like there's like the cat, like the yellow cat and the blue something or other. That'd be amazing. I got an autograph of Rudolph Valentino. Wow, Ralph Macchio was weird. He's so tiny. He looks tiny. This is why he's so young and youthful looking, I think, because he's like compact. Like his body doesn't have to do too much to keep him alive. So I think he'll be young forever. Oh, and I accidentally got the lady from Days of Our Lives, the one that was on there for 40 years. What's her name? Oh no. Is that Susan Lucci? I have no idea. Speaking of auctions, I have an original piece from Grey Gardens from Edith Beale. Wow. One from Chaplin? Charlie Chaplin? You guys are going hardcore with these autographs, man. Hi, Aquarian Moonchaser. Haven't been able to see live in a while. Well, I don't know if it was Susan Lucci. I don't know. Hi. Well, I'm glad you're here. I've said this before that I want to do these more regularly. I just have to learn that I can do them in a moderated quantity. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So that's why I keep looking at the time, because I'm like, Artie, when it's been an hour and a half, we're going to wrap it up. Because also I think no one wants to like watch something for 5 hours. Well, maybe they do. What do I know? I shouldn't judge. I judge too much. I'm trying to think of anything else to say though. I know I did, because I had my holidays. There was something else that I wanted to share. Was it something I watched? God, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll say, Deidre Hall. She was on there for 40 years. Wasn't she also like on a sitcom or something? For some reason, I remember her from the 80s, from a different show, because I never watched soap operas, but I feel like she was very famous in the 80s, if I'm right. I'll say what we're all thinking, if no one else is brave enough. Mamma Mia 2 is better, if only because of Cher's Fernando. Renee, you're right. I actually wanted to put that poll into my community post. We should do it right now. Why not? Isn't there a way to do a poll here? Engage with your audience. Okay. Start a poll. Okay. Which Mamma Mia is the better Mamma Mia? The right answers only. Mamma Mia 1 or Mamma Mia. Here we go again. I guess it's not actually called Mamma Mia 1, but I won't write that. Mamma Mia, first one. Okay. Start poll. I'm engaging with my audience. Which Mamma Mia is the better Mamma Mia? Right? Answers only. Mamma Mia, the first one, or Mamma Mia? Here we go again. Place your votes. Place your bets. Wish I had something ABBA. I can't get my ABBA thing without like moving everything. So I won't. I'll just. Where's my little? Let's go. Just know if you vote for the wrong one, you are breaking this little kid's heart. Just remember that. You're doing it for the children. Please. Don't hurt him. He's been through too much already. I don't know. I have my opinions about it. I'm going to tell you when the votes are in. Let's see. Let's see how the voting's going. Wait, how do I show it? So far, 86% of the people say the first Mamma Mia is the better Mamma Mia. 14% say Mamma Mia, here we go again, is the better Mamma Mia. Keep placing those votes. We got 21 votes. How many people are here? 57. Guys, first of all, smash that effing Mamma Mia vote poll button. And then while you're at it, smash that effing like button. I don't know why I'm censoring myself. I'm just so, I don't know, pure. 1 is a better movie, but 2 has Fernando, Knowing Me, Knowing You. That great ending credit song with Cher, says Renee. Oh, Deidre Hall was with Shannon Doherty and Wilford Brimley dramedy. Yes! Was it called Our House? I think it was called Our House. Wilford Brimley. Fuck yeah. Oh, now I swear. You bring up Wilford Brimley, I'm going to start cursing. I loved that show. That's what Deidre Hall was on. Yes. That was quality. Like, that was like Highway to Heaven quality. Like, those are the old school family dramedies that you'd watch with your folks when you're a kid. Yeah. Yes. Our House. I think it was Our House. Father Dowling Mysteries, Murder, She Wrote, Highway to Heaven. Although there was that one Highway to Heaven where Michael Landon turned into like a werewolf for some reason. Horrifying. Still scares me remembering it. I don't know why they did that. All right, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 27 votes. We need some more votes before this poll closes. Which Mamma Mia is the better Mamma Mia? I'm accepting right answers only. There's no stage version of Mamma Mia 2. Correct, but we are just talking about the movies, the films, the pictures, the picture shows. I'll give it a few more seconds before we end this poll. I agree, one is the better movie, everybody, but share. Because Michael Landon was in the original Teen Wolf. No, that's Michael J. Fox, not Michael Landon. Right? I don't think Michael Landon was in Teen Wolf. But maybe he was. I don't know. Pedro says he hates Cher singing ABBA. Oof. Oof. Guys, you need to lower the temperature in this room. Cheapers. When I first watched Bad Boys, I binged the whole first season. I'm like, 5 hours, Kevin. So yeah, I'd watch something for 5 hours. Well, it's different watching a show as opposed to like just watching a fella talk for a long time. My mother-in-law loved her. So when I accidentally wandered into her book tour, I grabbed her $5 book and autograph. You must be talking about Deidre Hall, not Cher. Before Michael J. Fox? Michael J. Fox was Teen Wolf when the movie. Was there a series? I don't know what you guys are talking about. You don't know? You know Murder, She Wrote, Doc Rob, AC. Father Dowling Mysteries was Murder, She Wrote started, and then Tom Bosley left Murder, She Wrote and got his own show where he played a priest that solved crimes with his nun cohort played by Tracy Nelson, sister to the Nelson brothers of 90s hair rock fame and children of Ricky Nelson from 60s fame. There you go. All right, I'm going to end this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, and poll. All right, so I don't know where the poll went. Okay, so it looks like 82% of you have the wrong answer. The Mamma Mia, here we go again, is the better movie. I'm sorry, it is. It's the better movie, guys. Already out. Even Amanda Seyfried said it's the better movie. She's in the freaking movie. The first movie is like fun and cheesy, but I think it's so cringy, you guys. I think the stage musical is great. I'm not talking about the stage show. But I put the movie on, and I've seen the movie many times. I still love it because it's ABBA songs and it's all fun. But they overact so hard. Like the opening number with Honey, Honey, I'm like, what is going on? And why are they acting like this? Like, it's so pushed. And there are scenes where I'm like, where's this coming from? Like the scene where Meryl Streep and Amanda Seyfried, like Meryl Streep goes to Amanda Seyfried, she's like, what's going on? What's going on, honey? And Amanda Seyfried's like, why are you doing this? You're always doing this. And Meryl Streep was like, I don't know what's going on with you right now. I'm like, I don't know what's going on either. It's such, ugh. But it's fine. It's fun. I love it. But then the second movie actually makes me cry. That whole My Love, My Life at the end. And yes, Cher doing Fernando, but even without Cher doing Fernando, I think it's a deeper movie. It actually has choreography. The first movie's choreography was this. That was it. That's all they did. So yeah, by a mile, the better movie is Mamma Mia 2. Here we go again. Mic drop. What was the nun's name on Father Dowling Mysteries? Was it Sam? What's funny is I just watched a couple episodes of these with my mom. We used to watch them together, like on TV when they aired. And then I bought her the DVDs for Christmas a few years back. But recently I was staying with her for a couple of nights, and we watched a couple. And it wasn't Sam, because that'd be like my sister Sam. It's her name in that show? It's something like that. Steve, yes. Thank you. I knew it was like sort of like a male name. Off topic, is Vanessa related to Patrick? No. Andreas is asking because Vanessa Morano, at least I don't think so. Vanessa Morano, who was in season 1, and Patrick Morano. Sorry, why did I stopped talking? Because I was like, wait, how did he come up? He hasn't been in the show, right? I thanked him in an episode because I used a joke he gave me. I wanted him. Why is he coming up? I'm so confused. Anyway, no, I don't think they're related. Today's Betty White's birthday. Oh, how funny. I've got Betty White's autograph right here. I didn't meet her though. I've told this story before. Wait, where's her autograph? Look at that. That's a good one. What happened here was, Teresa, who plays Aunt Whitney, I think her mom was at a Costco and happened to see Betty White there signing copies of this book. Costco. And Teresa was like, "Oh my God, please get an extra copy for Artie. He's obsessed with the Golden Girls." And she did. And I was like, this is one of the best gifts ever. So, especially because she was at Costco. Girl. Well, know your audience. Oh, my interview. That's right. Patrick, I did like his podcast or something. Yes. I didn't ask if they're related. I don't think. I mean, I guess somewhere. They must both be Italian at least. Renee Lopez, yes, I own the original recording double CD of Chess. I've never listened to Chess all the way through, which I know is ABBA related, but all I can think is when I hear like someone else's story or Heaven Help My Heart, I'm like, these would have been ABBA songs. Or like ABBA melodies at least. And they would have been so good. There is a version out there. I don't know, you maybe know this already. There is an early version of Heaven Help My Heart called Every Good Man that Agnetha sings. Agnetha. It's on YouTube. And that's the closest I get to hearing ABBA sing a song from Chess. I also didn't see the first Mamma Mia film, but I will, the Artie recommends, and don't want to break the little boy's heart. Yes, no. You didn't see the first one. Yeah, well, brace yourself, Aquarian Moon Chaser. Here's the thing, though. People also love it. And I remember when I saw it, this was years ago when it came out in the theaters, my boyfriend at the time, he knew I loved ABBA, and I had seen the stage show, and I was like, oh my God, we have to see Mamma Mia when it comes out. I'm so excited. He's like, sure. And so we went, and like in the first 10 minutes, and that Honey Honey number happens, and I was like, oh no. Like I was so embarrassed. Like I had been talking up Mamma Mia, talking up ABBA, and I was like, he's going to be hating this. Come to find out, he loved it. And he especially loved the song Honey Honey. So I was like, okay. So maybe I'm just expecting, maybe because I had expectations, I couldn't lean into like the cheesiness of it. But boy, I still don't like it. But I love it. Anyway. All right, we got 3 minutes. That's what I'm saying. I've never listened to Chess. I don't think I want to. Artie, when are you going to give us that Mamma Mia 3 you keep bringing up? Well, spoiler alert, the script doesn't actually exist in our world. It only exists in Scott's world. But we know the concept. He gave the whole plot in, not the whole plot, but he gave his pitch in Bad Actor Boy? I think Bad Actor Boy. I'm also amazed that Mamma Mia 3 has not been made in this time period, because Mamma Mia 3 is first referenced in episode 3 of Bad Boy, and here we are almost 8 years later, and it still doesn't exist. It's kind of crazy. Pity the Child is one of the handful of songs that caused me to automatically cry. I don't know that song. I don't even know that title. Like Miley's Let's Pretend is actually Mamma Mia's second voice. Oh, you mean third voice, you mean? Like when the voices come together and make a new voice? Didn't one of the In-Show Murano business t-shirts or something has Patrick's name? I might remember wrongly. No. Like the Murano, there's like Murano films and Poisons. Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. But no, I don't think. No, I met Patrick for a drink, I don't know, like a year ago. And he kept doing this thing where like he would make a joke and he'd be like, excuse me. And he would like pretend he was on the phone talking to somebody. I was like, that's hilarious. So in the episode where I first meet Lorenzo, Phil, that's why he's like, hang on, I gotta make a call. And he's like, no, he's not doing it. I'm like, you're not on the phone. I just thought it was funny. So I stole that from Patrick. I told Patrick I was using it, and then I thanked him in the credits of the episode. I really want an NBC Live musical of Mamma Mia. Well, that would be cool. That would be cool. I don't think they would ever do it though, because I don't think they'd want to like compete with the movie that already exists. But I don't know. I can't see them doing that, but that would be cool. Jason, you're an incredible human being. Thanks for making seriously hilarious and poignant material. Well, thanks, Jason. You're incredible back. Clearly, you're generous and kind. No one's ever described it as poignant before, and I appreciate that. Granted, I don't lean into that too much, but I have tried to make those themes stronger in terms of like gay male loneliness at a certain age, and struggles to fit in. That's like Scott's journey. So it's not super highlighted, but that's kind of what I'm trying to like weave in as a tour. Hi, Marcodemus. I'm about to wrap up in 15 seconds. See, you just made it. I love the spoof version. I know him so well. Haven't heard it. Boarding flight to Chattanooga. So I got to go. Oh, well, look at that. Bye. Thanks for saying hi and bye, Marcodemus. Patrick is famous in his own right. Yes, I know that. I know that about Patrick. Thank you so much for doing this live, Artie. You made my day. Oh, Renee. Thank you, guys. Again, Renee was the one that suggested it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks, Marcodemus. Have a good flight to Chattanooga. Blanche, let me ask you a question. Are you allowed to go back to Chattanooga? Are you kidding? The sheriff still writes. It's a Golden Girls reference for all you Golden Girls fans out there. There's an episode where Blanche keeps telling stories about how she got arrested in Chattanooga for doing various debaucherous things. And then Dorothy finally says, Blanche, let me ask you a question. Are you allowed to go back to Chattanooga? And Blanche says, are you kidding? The sheriff still writes. Anyway, this live stream is courtesy of Renee Lopez. He requested it via Patreon. I want to thank all of you that have been here throughout the live stream. I want to thank all of you that are watching this after the fact and have made it to this point. I hope I've kept you good company. And I want to thank the 47 of you that are still here in this moment because you're my favorites. Just don't tell anybody. I'm going to get back to work. Well, I'm going to take a little, maybe I'll take another walk, take a little breath, and then get my script done. I told the cast, I'm like, I'll have it to you by Monday. So if I can finish the draft today, revise it tomorrow, email it Monday, golden. Girls, I love you. Thank you for your support. Also, thank you for your encouragement with my ideas and thoughts and plans, particularly with the London special. Thank you, especially to Mark and to Jason for the kindness that they have already bestowed in the past and in the present. And I'm excited for the future, which is a good feeling to have. Why did your therapist tell you to walk so much? good way to close this up, Renee. Anxiety. And he said it helps with your sleep, it helps with anxiety. And he's also like saying connecting with nature. If you feel like you're being isolated, just being outdoors in the sunshine, around trees, around animals is going to help you feel more connected and safer and calmer. So do that every day. I was like, I will. Because I do things that people tell me to do. Renee. Love you. Be good to yourself. And we'll do this again very soon. Keep an eye out for a live stream from the set a week from Sunday on the 25th. Doc Rob AC, walking is great. I believe you because it looks like you're a doctor. Love it. By Pedro, by David T, by Doc Rob, by Renee, by Man Called Sloan, by Nerd of North Star, by Crazy Sweet, by Aquarian Moon Chaser, by Garrett, by Leotham, by Could Be Persuaded. Kisses and love. Have a good day. Bye. Listen to some ABBA. I'm gonna. You know it.